Hello, everybody. This is Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. Welcome back to another plan with me. This week I am memory planning the last week. Well, it's really more like the first week of February, but January 31st, the week of January 31st. If you're new to my channel, I do memory planning videos where I take these really beautiful and decorative sticker kits and then I kind of back plan everything that happened to me in the previous week. So the one I'm showing you right now is a sticker kit from Sadie Stickers called Snowflake, and I purchased this kit because I was so obsessed with those florals that I just showed you. They are so, like, if I could just make a perfect floral sticker sheet, this kit had really good really good florals. I think they're lovely. I would love to see florals like that in like other colorways and stuff. Honestly, the full boxes and stuff were, I was like kind of whatever about, but the floral sheet was what really got me here. The colors of the kit too were like a little out of my comfort zone, but also pretty and still pastel-y. So yeah, I really enjoyed using this kit. So as I'm laying down the base here, I feel like I should talk about I just kind of started the video like, oh, everything's all good and hi, how's it going? But I'm like also sitting here kind of like, oh, I haven't posted a plan with me in like a month. And I don't really have a super great reason on why. I think just life has just gotten busy is it. I definitely would love to be posting more. But in March, I don't know, well, really February and March, I was out of town a lot of the weekends, which this kind of always happens to me around this time of year, or just in general too. When I'm out of town a lot of weekends in a row, that tends to be when I do a lot of my like filming and editing is like during weekends in downtime that I have. And so when I'm out of town a lot, I get kind of behind, and then yeah, so um and then I also went back to the office. So I was working remotely for about 2 years, almost to the day. And then now it's a 3 day a week in office thing. And I live really far away and commute. So I don't know. I'm still kind of adjusting to what that's like. I'm sure I'll talk about it in upcoming videos, maybe the week that I actually go back to the office or something. But so that's kind of where I'm at. In my perfect dream world, I would not be in the office and I would be spending all of my extra time planning and I would be putting up videos constantly because it's my hobby and it's what I love to do. But, real life is just really getting in the way of my crafting and hobbies. So yeah. So anyways, this is the last kind of winter spread that I'll be doing. I have another Plan With Me filmed. Actually, I have like three. I think at this point I have like 4 or 5 Plan With Me's filmed. Two from 2021. No, four from 2021, and then one from the week after. I think I'm going to do a double Plan With Me for 2 weeks in February that are both kind of Valentine's Day themed, and then from there on out it'll be all like spring stuff is the plan. And I want to prioritize that over, I still have like Plan With Me's from from fall of 2021 that I had wanted to get up, but I'm also just like, at some point you got to just let it go, and I might be getting to that here of like what's realistic for me. I don't know. There was a time in my planning where I could have like, I could have made it work, but the way that I plan now is so time consuming and so much more detailed than it was like a few years ago that it's definitely time consuming. It takes me hours to like film the videos and then edit them and stuff. It's like many, many, many hours process. So I kind of have to work in my reality of how much time I actually have, unfortunately. So anyways, okay, I'll talk about the spread a little bit since I have just been kind of blabbing on about just where I've been, and maybe you have never watched a video of mine before and you don't even care. So yeah, I'll talk I'll talk about the spread. I put down the washi at the bottom, pretty normal. I just did the date covers. Honestly, not my favorite date covers I've ever done. Um, so I don't know. It was just kind of a mix of different snowflake stuff that I had. I like how I layered the florals. Something that I've really enjoyed with Sadie Stickers florals in particular. She gives you like good sized individual florals and then leaves and stuff where you can kind of make your own bouquets. And I like that for date covers because they're smaller and I can kind of get the like how I say, the flow and the angles of the bouquets that I want, which I appreciate. And then I just layered a bunch of other snowflake stuff. I've used all that snowflake stuff in like all my previous Plan With Me. So if you want more information, you could watch those or ask me, or I'll tag it, whatever. But I don't want to repeat myself too much if you watch me or have watched all my other videos. And then let's see what's happening here. I just did a little bouquet. I actually used a different script than I normally use in the upper left hand corner there. I think that one's from Sadie Stickers, maybe, or Honey Inked. Normally I use paper trail plan scripts up there. But you know why? Because literally, I think I talked about this in one of my previous Plan With Me's. I don't remember, but generally I don't like plan out when I'm buying kits. I don't do any sort of like planning of like, okay, I have, you know, 3 gold kits, 3 rose gold kits, and 3, like, I don't purposefully plan out the foil colors or like how kits flow into each other, anything like that. When I buy kits, I either have like a specific week in mind, like, oh, I'm going to use this kit for this week, or it's just a kit I like for the season. That's kind of it. But generally, I do, even just by random happenstance, I do a pretty good job of getting a pretty even distribution of foil colors. Like, it may be that in fall I have more rose gold kits and not so many silver kits, but it's more like rose gold and gold. And then in winter I probably have a lot more like silver kits and not so many gold kits. I probably have a lot more gold kits in spring and summer, but it's generally not like, oh, I only have one foil color for the season. But that happened to me in January, or just in winter. I think I used 2 rose gold kits, and the rest of the kits in January and February were silver, and I was like so over it. I was just like, this spread, I was like, I don't want to see another silver snowflake. I'm just done. Like, I'm super done with it. So I'm really excited to start planning spring spreads, because like one of my favorite things to do with planning is pull in like foiled seasonal deco. So I don't know. I just think it's fun. I think it's a kind of good way to like shake up your planning style without, or not even style, but just shake up your planning without trying too hard. Because for me, if I'm always pulling in like the same non-seasonal dividers or greenery or flowers or something, I don't know, it just gets kind of boring because you're using the same stuff all the time. But when you change up your seasonal foil deco with the seasons, then you get to kind of like buy new stickers and use new stickers, and it's really fun and exciting. So I'm excited to move into spring, because spring there's so many different kind of like seasonal foiled elements to pull in, and I don't know how to explain this except for to say like in winter, and it's not, I don't, sorry, I'm like babbling so much. I'll get into the day by day, I promise. But in winter time, the only seasonal foil deco that I really used in like 2022 so far has just been everything snowflake. Like, I only bought snow and maybe a couple like winter kind of branches and berry stuff, but that's it. So I'm excited for spring, where there's like floral theme stuff, there's Easter theme stuff, there's rain cloud theme stuff. There's just different, like, there's butterflies, like there's just different stuff. So spreads will be different. They won't all have the exact same foil deco in it every single time, and I'm excited for that change up, because by this spread in January, I was just getting, or like the last week of January, I was getting over the same foil deco in every single one of my spreads. So, okay, anyways, enough blabbering. Let's talk about the the day by day plans here. Okay, so on Monday, I had one meeting and I pulled in a little fancy box from the add-on you can get from Sadie Stickers, who, by the way, I do have a coupon code for the shop. I don't think I mentioned it at the start of the video, but I do PR for Sadie Stickers, so you can use my code Lauren20 for 20% off. And then if you put my name in the notes, you will also get my freebie, which is about to be updated. So that's really exciting. Check that out. Anyways, okay, so fancy box, I took White Deer stationery icon and layered, florals and all of the foil deco that I just went on and on about there. I also marked that I got up early to edit a video this day. Again, white deer stationery icons, and then I took a little checklist from the kit, and I think I cut it down. Yeah, her checklists are really wide, which I don't prefer at all. So I cut, like, not only did I cut off the top of it to make it just a 2-bow checklist, but I cut off the sides of it to make it thinner, just because I think that looks better, fits my planning style a bit better. I marked some to-dos there, layered more florals in, and then I marked that I uploaded a plan with this day, and there was also, like, you guys, I have been talking about the ants, you know this. They were such a big problem when we moved into this house, and I have been fighting them for months. Knock on wood, I finally, feel like I'm in a better place. But at the time, a couple months ago, I had found a new ant nest in the garden, and I got rid of it that day. So that was like a big project. And then that evening, my dad stopped by. He had bought my husband a workbench, this really fancy, cool workbench, for our garage for his tools. So he dropped that off. That was his Christmas present. He dropped that off this day. Okay, so sorry, I sped up this part a bit just because I actually tried to slow down the entire video because people have been asking me to do that. So I slowed the video down, but this section right here up until about Wednesday, the footage actually, I edited all the footage, and then it corrupted, so I had to delete it all and edit it again. And I was like, sorry, y'all, I'm gonna I'm gonna make it a lot faster because it's easier to edit when it's faster. So apologies, but it'll slow down again on Wednesday. I marked that it was the first day of February. I actually don't like how I marked that at all, so I'm not going to talk about it because I would honestly kind of just want to pull it up. I don't think it looks good, but it was so many stickers. I was like, whatever, I'll leave it. I had 2 meetings. I made a reel this day. I marked plans change. I don't know if I was in it that day. It's a Instagram live with Rachel of Gathered Plans and Tay of Shantae Plans. I don't know if I was in it or just watching it. And then I also marked that we had a taco night this evening. Again, if you have questions about any of the stickers, let me know. But in general, yeah, for this kit too, the spread, all of the doodle icons that I use are from White Deer Stationery. I have a link for them down below for a percentage off if you've never shopped with them before. And then all of the foiled icons that I use are from Crafts by Towie. I have a coupon code for her. It's Lauren10 and a freebie as well if you put my name in the notes. So there's that. And then most of the snowflakes and the branches and stuff, they're either from Sadie Stickers, Honey Inked, or the Pretty Pink Co. So those are kind of some of the shops I use for seasonal deco. Okay, so we've slowed everything back down on Wednesday. So this was the part where my footage is no longer corrupted. I had just marked that I took a class at work this day about executive presence. It was kind of it was not a great class, but it was kind of whatever. We were on Zoom, and they were like, yeah, if you're on Zoom, have your lighting a certain way and don't have stuff in the background. And I'm like, yeah, this is just Zoom basics of how to look professional on Zoom. So not a great use of time. But anyways, I marked that all cute because I liked how, still took the class. I marked a meeting that I had. I marked going to the grocery store, all pretty boring standard stuff. And then right here, I'm doing my trick where I take a half box from the kit and I layer a Pretty Pink Co mini box, which are I just love those boxes. I think they're such a great size. And layering some florals on top of that to mark that I was, excuse my language, but back on my aunt bullshit, which is the only way I can really describe it. But I've mentioned this before. I think I can get a little bit obsessive about anything. Yeah, I don't like anything that's infectious or can colonize in any sort of way, and I can get a bit obsessive about it. I've talked about I'm a bit of a germaphobe. Same kind of thing triggers in me with the ants. I just cannot stand the thought of them growing their colony. So I have been doing, over the past few months, I've been doing so much research on ants. I know everything about ants now and how to get rid of them and techniques and strategy. I don't know, whatever. So I'm telling you, there'll be days where I will spend 6 to 8 hours just researching ants and ant controls. So there's a little bit of my my neurosis right there. Okay, so moving on to Thursday, I am marking that I had 3 meetings this day. I marked them pretty much, well, not exactly the same way every day, but I use the White Deer stationery laptop, and then I put the florals behind it like I like to do, and I used similar kind of like snowflakes and branches on it. Some of the days I used the little like fancy MIDI box from the functional add-on kit, and some days I didn't, but I used the icons in similar ways every day to mark it. That's something that I like to do. I like to mark if I'm doing the same thing or marking the same thing every day. I like to mark it similarly. I've thought recently, like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't mark things the same way or the similar ways every day. So I might try experimenting with that, but, because I'm trying to just I don't know. I don't want to, I feel like I can feel myself getting bored with it sometimes, like, just as I'm planning, as I'm talking about it in the voiceover, etc. So I might rethink that, but okay. Anyways, I'm just blabbering again. I marked Instacart, and then I also marked filming a haul. I had a couple really great hauls. Well, in my opinion, I thought they were really great. Obviously, I love all the sticker shops that I work with or shop from. So I filmed a haul this day, and I marked that really fancy because I think it was a big portion of a haul. My past couple hauls have been like 2 hours long, which those are my favorite kind of hauls to watch, are super long ones. Um, I hope y'all feel the same way, because that's what I like to film, are super long ones. Um, and yeah, sometimes I felt a little guilty posting those last two, just because I don't know. I don't love posting a lot of hauls without posting a lot of playing with me's. That doesn't feel great for me. Like, I don't know if you do YouTube videos, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know, because I don't know. I feel guilty, like, oh, I'm buying all these stickers, or these shops are sending me all these stickers, and I'm not like putting them on my YouTube channel. I don't know, like in a plan with me, using them, showing people how I use them. I feel there's like an amount of guilt I feel with that. But anyways, okay, let's move back on to Thursday. So this evening we went out to dinner with my cousin and her husband, and had like a nice little evening out. So I marked that with a cocktail glass from Crafts by Towie, because it was one of our favorite places. That it's kind of like half a wine bar and half a restaurant. I don't know. It's a great restaurant. And then, okay, so this is the night too. I don't know how. Like, I don't know what rock I was living under before this, but when we were out to dinner, they introduced us to Wordle. I had never done Wordle before, and then Steven and I got like super into it, and because you can play Wordle like once a day, every day, right? But there's also, you can play like archived Wordles, if that makes sense. There's websites that do, like, you probably know this, maybe you don't though. There's websites that do archived Wordle, so you can go play just like a bunch of the Wordles that have already been previously, once you, like, right when you're getting started, so you can kind of just do a bunch, which is what I was doing. I actually need to play for today. Okay, so moving on to Friday. Oh, I actually really like how I marked this. I love a third box. Kids still don't have enough third boxes, in my opinion. But the third box with like these florals that are super like angled, and then the little sticker sheets from White Deer Stationery layered underneath. I just love the flow of that. I think that looks so nice. So I marked, this was a big like new release day where I PR for a lot of sticker shops, so a lot of times on big new release Fridays, I'll spend a lot of time like making graphics of all of the releases that I like and why I like them, and explaining what it is about them that I'm into and all that. And then I also, it looks like I did a giveaway. Maybe it was, sometimes I'll do like giveaways on my Instagram stories, just because I feel like the people on my Instagram stories are the most what's the right word, engaged people. So I like to kind of do those on Friday sometimes, for where you can, generally what I'll do is I'll just like do a $25 giveaway, where whoever wins can pick a whatever sticker shop they want, and I'll buy them a gift card to it. And then I also marked that I did a lot of sticker shopping this day. And then underneath that I marked that we just had a lazy night at home. We got Taco Bell, which is my my one fast food vice is definitely Taco Bell. And then Here I am marking that, oh, this was when the Winter Olympics started. So we watched the opening ceremony. I used the skis from White Deer Stationery. I thought that was so cute. I didn't go skiing at all this season, but um, got to use them for the Olympics. We didn't actually like watch very much of the Winter Olympics, frankly. Like the Summer Olympics, we were so into. Steven had it on 24/7. It was just kind of always on in the background. Um, but I don't know why the Winter Olympics, not so much this year. We watched some ice skating. Steven loves the what's it called? Where they like it's just looks like a bunch of like dads went out for a beer. Um, what is it? It's like shuffleboard almost, but with oh, curling. Steven loves curling, so that was on a lot, but I don't really watch it. Okay, anyways, let's move on to Saturday. So Saturday, I just am laying down. I laid down the obviously the box at the bottom there. I put the let's see the border, the divider that I put all along the bottom is from the Pretty Pink Co. I don't think I had mentioned that yet, so there's that in case you're wondering. Okay, so this morning, oh, this was a nice morning. Steven made me coffee this morning, which of course is my favorite when if he it's rare that he gets up before me, but if that does happen, if I sleep in on a weekend, he'll make me coffee, which I appreciate. He also went over to my parents' house and dropped off donuts for them. I don't know why. I can't remember. There was a reason that he wanted to do that, but he went and dropped off donuts for them and then he brought donuts back for me too. So that was a lovely little morning. Um, while he was gone that morning, I was starting to do a lot of gardening. So I don't actually love how I marked this. I don't know. I'm still trying to get boxes that fit into these like I want white foiled boxes that fit into these little midi boxes from her kits. I cut one down. I can't remember where that box is from, but it doesn't look very good. Anyways, I spent the morning gardening. While he was gone and just kind of getting my garden prepped for we were going to start planting our like garden beds either maybe the following week I think or 2 weeks later. I don't really remember. A couple weeks later. So I was just doing a lot of prep out there. I marked above or right under that too that I did a ladybug release. I was worried about we have a lemon tree that wasn't doing so hot. It's got some sort of pest on it. I don't know what it is. So I bought a like, 2,000 ladybugs or something and released them in my garden. I was just like I felt like a little kid again. I used to love that sort of thing when I was little and it was just such a like a lovely day to kind of go out in the morning with my coffee and slowly release ladybugs all over my garden. I also marked that this was a big laundry day. It must have been kind of a boring day. I don't know what I did that night. I didn't mark it down, so not sure. Okay, moving on to Sunday. This was a fun day. I kind of spent the day with my parents. My sister lives in San Francisco, so my parents and I went to spend the day with her in San Francisco, which was really fun. Oh, I guess before that happened though, what am I marking? Oh yeah, plans change. Okay, so this was a plans change episode that I actually did participate in. I know that for sure. So Rachel and Tay, who I mentioned previously, do plans change, and they also had invited Jen of Whole Muna's Plans to do a plans change as well, and I was a part of it. I don't know why, I just kind of weasel my way in there sometimes. And so we all hung out and just did live Plan with Me's that morning. I had to dip out a little bit early to get ready or whatnot for going into the city, but that was really just nice and enjoyable to do um, with um, Jen and Rachel and Tay. It was the first time I'd been on a live with Jen, and she's so sweet. So I really enjoyed that. Even after I got off, like wasn't part of the live anymore, I continued to listen to it while I got ready. So that was fun. And then here I am just marking um, oh, just that it was the day in San Francisco. So my parents had come to pick me up, and we drove into the city just to kind of spend the day there. So I'm using a big floral and again layering all of those floral or like the branches and the leaves and stuff that are foiled. Those are all from Sadie Stickers too. She won't have the exact ones in the shop anymore because those are the winter ones, but she always has like seasonal ones every few $2 Tuesdays. So there's that. Okay, so we went to the city. I've said that like 3 times, sorry. And then we went to my sister's apartment and picked her up, said hi to her roommates, and we went out for lunch, or like kind of a brunch in the city. So I'm marking that we went to the Tipsy Pig, which is so funny to me. I was talking to my sister about this. When I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, like she is now, the Tipsy Pig was like a bar everyone would go to, like as like a bar. And now for her, she goes there too, but they like, for her and all of her friends, they don't go to it like a bar, they go to it like a restaurant, and they like eat at it. And I'm like, wow, it's so weird how things can just change like that over a few years, really. It's not been that long, many years since I was in San Francisco going to bars and stuff. But like, I don't know, like I walked into there like going to look for a table, which is like what I would have done when I was younger, because there was no like hostess or anything. You would just like go in and like find a table like you're at a bar. And they looked at me like I was nuts, and I was like, wait, what is going on? Anyways, okay, enough about that. Okay, so I marked that with just a bunch of florals, same as always. And then, so after we went to lunch at the Tipsy Pig, we went to Golden Gate Park, and we went to go see the Japanese tea garden, and we had tea in the tea garden, and it's just so beautiful, and like beautiful landscaping, and all that. We went a little bit early in the season. This was the beginning of February. I think if we would have waited like 2 or 3 more weeks, all of the Japanese cherry blossoms would have been in bloom, and it probably would have been absolutely incredible. Although it probably would have been super, super crowded. But yeah, I used some of the cherry blossom stickers that I had got from White Deer Stationery to mark that, which I thought was really cute. And oh, sorry, not White Deer Stationery, the Pretty Pink Co. And then a White Deer Stationery teacup, since we did have like we had tea there too. And that was kind of the rest of the week. I think I did some stuff when I got home, of course, but nothing exciting or worth marking. And that's everything. So here is the spread. I think it turned out very wintry. And I'm kind of glad this is my like last wintry spread. It feels wintry. And I am ready to move on into spring. So the next couple spreads, like I said, will be more kind of cozy, romantic, anytime kind of kits more so. And then after that I'm hoping to do that as a double plan with me, like I said. And then after that, it'll be all spring from here on out. If you have any suggestions or thoughts about the catching up spreads from fall, like I said, I did a lot of really fun stuff, and I'd love to have those spreads in my plan with me. I mean, in my planner, or and do plan with me's on them. I just don't know how much time I had, and it might make sense for me to do them as lives. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts if you'd rather see those, or if you'd rather I was just caught up with the season. I tend to have more fun planning when I'm caught up in the season. But I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I put all the leftovers into that sticker book. As always, I'll give it away once it's filled up. And this is the finished spread, a close up at all the pretty silver foil, all of the yeah, all the little details. So I know I didn't do a great job of talking about all the stickers that I used. I'm a little bit out of practice with the voiceovers. So if you do have any questions, I tag everything. I try to do a really good job of doing that on my Instagram. So definitely check it out there. Or if you want, of course, you can leave a comment and I'll try to respond. If you're asking me a question, I'll try and prioritize those. But other than that, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.